Nelly Korda. Pressure is privilege. To feel the rush of emotions, to feel the negative emotions.
She's not happy with that at all.
To feel the positive emotions.
Look at this. Look at this.
To kind of sink into that moment where all your hard work is finally paying off.
Nelly Korda is unstoppable.
I just kind of tell myself it is what it is, deal with it, and execute the shot that you've practiced so many times.
The incredible winning streak continues. It's 5 in a row.
Every win has a story, I've always said. Every win, you're overcoming something or you're going through something, getting over an injury or something just wasn't clicking. Every win, just you kind of put a little bit more pressure on yourself because you want it so much, and you just learn more about yourself on how to handle those situations each and every time. Learning more about your body as an athlete is really important. So having Whoop as a tool makes life a little easier.
Are you not entertained?
Gosh, the Solheim Cup, I mean, you're not just playing for yourself. You're playing for 11 other girls. You're playing for a captain. And the biggest one, you're playing for your country, which is so much fun to do. The amount of pressure that I felt on the first tee, hitting the first tee shot, is something that I've never felt before. I could literally see my heartbeat through my shirt. Knowing that you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for other people. I think mentally you just like psych yourself out so much that like you just start to feel the pressure a lot more. But getting to do it alongside my sister was just so much fun. I think when you're comfortable with someone, you can flip the script really easily. I got to do that twice now, and playing alternate shot with her was just one of the things I'm gonna look back at for the rest of my life. I would say when I'm in high pressure moments or I'm going down the stretch and I'm in contention and you feel like there's nothing that can possibly help you or help your heart rate, I think the one thing that I always turn to is deep breathing. I think trying to control your heart rate at that time and trying to stay very, very present and not look to what's gonna happen and just trying to think about where you are right now, standing and trying to breathe and trying to calm yourself is something that I always kind of work on.
Oh, Nelly Korda holds another one.
One of the first things I do after a round, especially a pressure-filled round, is go on my phone and check the Whoop app to see what my heart rate was at during that time.
Commanding performance from the 20-year-old.
Yeah, gosh, first win. One of the hardest wins, I think, is to finally get that win under your belt. I remember this round so clearly. Like I actually played really, really well. And I knew I had a 2-shot lead, and all I was thinking was hit the green, hit the green, hit the green. And I think I had like a 7-iron in, and I hit this shot really good, just left, little draw, just left of the pin. And walking up, I was starting to get so emotional. I started having like almost like tears in my eyes because I was like, oh my gosh, like this is a pretty close putt. Like I don't even have to make this. Like I can just ease it on up there and tap it in for par and I'm going to win. The toughest part about it was probably it being my first win and not having my sister there. But one of our friends, she had her on FaceTime, and when I saw her on FaceTime, I just started absolutely bawling. I think the emotions that I kept in all day just like exploded out of me. I wish I knew what my heart rate was during that time, because it would have probably been in like the 170s, but it was such an amazing win, amazing crowds, and nothing better than your first win. I always loved watching as a kid these Summer Olympics. I never thought that I would be able to compete in them because back in the day, golf just wasn't played the Olympics, and in 2016 was the first year. So growing up, I dreamt of winning majors. I never dreamt of being able to win an Olympic gold medal. So when I finally got to stand on the podium with the gold medal around my neck and seeing the flag go up, I mean, Whoop actually got all the data and they found out that that was where my heart rate was the highest throughout the entire day. It was standing on that podium. I've learned so much about myself wearing a whoop, knowing when to maybe push and maybe when to take a step back and to rest. I feel like just learning more about yourself, your body as an athlete has been really important. I'm the type of person that tries to deal with their emotions internally all day, that when the final putt drops, I'll like hug my mom or like hug my sister and I'll just start crying. Because I just like bottled all that emotion in all day that when it's finally over, I just like let it all go. PNC Championship is where I met Tiger.
Yo, Nelly Korda. You got it, done deal.
I have to give props to JT because when I came up to Tiger, it was after our first round, I played with my dad, with John Daly, in the group in front of Tiger and JT the first day. And I texted JT the day before and I was like, I really, really want a photo with Tiger. When do you think would be the best time to ask him? And he said, I think after the round. So I'm actually super shy. And I didn't want to disturb him at all. So I really sneakily asked him, I was like, hey, I was like, Tiger? He was like, yo. And I was like, would I be able to get a photo with you? And he was so nice about it, but I was so red. Like, I was red as a tomato, and it's so embarrassing looking back at it right now. Whenever I see this video, I'm just like, ah!
Is that pretty cool?
So cool. Dream come true.
Simply sublime from second corner.
So watching my brother play is just so nerve-wracking. Some days I just turn it off and I can't watch it. Like I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch live scoring. And that's it. I just can't actually watch him. It is unbelievable. Like way more nervous than watching just play or just myself. Like there's just something about. In golf, you're a little bit more in control. You're not playing against an opponent. You're playing against a golf course. That's what I've always kind of said. And my brother is literally playing against an opponent that can dictate how the match is gonna turn out. The LPGA Drive-On Championship was just something else. I was just not having a good day. I was playing really well. I was hitting it really well in the front nine, and then something just clicked, and I entered the back nine, and I just couldn't make anything. I was just making bogeys, and I was just making mistakes, and it was just getting away from me, and all of a sudden, I had a 4-shot lead going into Sunday, and I was 3 back with 2 to play. And I asked my caddy, there's no chance, is there anymore? And he's like, yeah, bud, there's no chance. It's literally my favorite story ever. And I actually don't hit my 3-wood that good on 17, and I roll in, let's say, a 20, 25 footer.
Hold the ceremony. We're not done yet.
18 in regulation only had 2 birdies all day, and I was one of them. And I hit this shot into 18, and it rolls up to not even a foot. And the crowd's just going crazy, and it's a pin that you can't see because there's a little bit of a higher bunker right in front of it with a pretty steep slope in front of it. And I thought it went in, the reaction by the crowd, and I was like, oh my gosh, did it go in? Like, did I just win? And I actually walk up to it, and it's probably like just inside of a foot. I roll it in, and I like go up to my caddy, and I was like, what just happened? Jason and I always joke that, You know, when he tells me I can't do something, I do it. I like hearing that I can't do it because then I go up and do it. There's just a little bit of more of motivation to prove him wrong.
What a roller coaster this entire weekend has been for Nelly. And to win at home.
It's definitely weird staying at home. It's the little things in life, just sleeping in your own bed. Looking back on that win, it's also nice to have 24/7 whoop data that my trainers and I can look back at and hopefully improve from as well. It was nice to kind of get one early in the season and even a better feeling to do it at home.
The incredible winning streak continues. It's 5 in a row.